Recognizes the gentleman from West Virginia, Mr. Mooney, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The single greatest threat to the national security of the United States is Iran's drive for nuclear weapons. The result of the negotiations being conducted by President Obama and our Western allies will shape the long-term security and stability of the United States for years to come. Iran is the world's leading sponsor of terror, a stronghold for terrorists whose very mission is to spread oppression. Iranian leaders have called for the complete annihilation of Israel, calling Israel a, quote, barbaric, wolf-like, and infanticidal regime, close quotes. Iranian leaders have said that the United States of America has, quote, no place among the nations, close quotes. By its own declaration, Iran is not looking for a peaceful path of coexistence. There can be nothing more dangerous for America or our allies than a nuclear-armed Iran. That is why a bad deal with Iran, one that leaves the door open for Iranian nuclear weapons, must be avoided at all costs. In order to alleviate these concerns, the President and his national security team have said over and over that a bad deal is worse than no deal at all. But will that sentiment actually stop this administration from entering into a bad deal with Iran? What I've seen so far through the framework agreement released in April raises serious concerns. Under this framework agreement, not a single Iranian nuclear centrifuge will be dismantled. No nuclear facilities will be shut down. While some of Iran's nuclear infrastructure will be temporarily warehoused, most of Iran's nuclear infrastructure will remain completely intact. All of these factors point to a flawed understanding of a good deal by President Obama. Yet this is the deal we may well be given. 20 years ago, the United States was negotiating with another country on nuclear weapons development. During these talks with the Soviet Union and Gorbachev in the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan used the proverb, trust but verify, throughout those discussions. I do not see this administration using that same tactic. In fact, it seems to me that in regards to Iran, the Obama administration is on the principle of trust and don't verify. As things stand, these ongoing nuclear negotiations are placing far too much faith in a country that has proven itself both deceptive and unpredictable. Mr. President, a good deal must contain the following 5 points. First, a deal that requires anytime, anywhere inspections. Second, a deal that would only lift sanctions when Iran demonstrates compliance with its obligations. Third, a deal must require Iran to provide a complete report of its past nuclear activities. Fourth, a deal must require Iran to dismantle its nuclear weapons infrastructure. And last but not least, a good deal must not allow Iran to become a nuclear state ever. Without these conditions in place, the United States will, without a doubt, be prioritizing a bad deal over no deal at all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back the remainder of my time.